YouTube. This is Bree Barton of Speak Breely. As you may notice from the map on my wall, I am in Iceland. Be sure to check out last week's video on how to know when your manuscript is done, in which I secretly filmed a witch burning in the middle of Reykjavik. Today I've been given an early holiday gift. I was tagged in the naughty list, a holiday writing tag by Jenna Moreci. Now, if you don't know Jenna, you should. She created this tag, but she's created many other things like whole books and empires on the YouTube. Jenna is an author, a vlogger. TSC is her fantasy novel that's coming out in a few months. If you haven't subscribed to Jenna's channel, do it. Her videos never fail to make me laugh, and I also learn something every single one. As you can see, I'm dressed in my naughty holiday clothes. They're not that naughty. Here's how the naughty list writing tag works. First, you describe your work in progress in 5 sentences. Make it brief. Then you're going to answer the following 10 questions with characters from your work in progress. If you have a relatively small cast of characters, 15 or under, try not to use any one character for more than one question. And if you have a really big cast of over 15 characters, you don't get to use a character more than once. Heart of Thorns? 5 sentences or less. Mia is 17 and she grew up in the River Kingdom. In the River Kingdom, everyone is afraid of the Gulrock. Half women, half demons. Mia's mother was killed by a Gulrock 3 years ago. She's training under her father's circle of hunters to avenge her mother's death, and her father says, "You're getting married. You're gonna marry Prince Quinn." Surly, spoiled palace brat, the son of the king. And Mia says, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And so she plots her escape, but in the midst of her escape, she's thrown together with Prince Quinn, and she discovers that she has magic. She's a Gulrock. Question number 1. Which character is so into the holidays they nearly cause a street-wide power outage from all their Christmas lights? Aww. It would definitely have to be L'Oreal Duzol. L'Oreal is this wonderful maternal presence. She is a dark-skinned, large woman with these gorgeous black corkscrew curls, a second mother to Mia of sorts. She was actually Mia's mother's best friend. Obviously, electricity doesn't exist yet in my world. She would be the type to set, 200 candles in their little bitty cottage, and then the entire cottage might burn down. Question number 2. Which character attends the office New Year's party with one date and goes home with someone else? Here's what you have to understand about Dominique. It's not that he's a bad guy, he's actually a really nice guy, but he doesn't have a lot of options in the going home with department. Dominique lives in Refuge, which is a tiny island in the pocket of a volcano, and there are a whopping total of 46 men on Refuge. And half of them are grandfathers. So look at it this way. Dom finally finds a nice, normal-aged youth who's recently moved into the village with his Gulrock mother and sisters. And Dom says, let's go to the New Year's party together. But then he gets there and he sees this gorgeous god of a man. Yeah, Dom is gonna leave the party with that guy. Question number 3. Which character is more than happy to steal Hanukkah gelt from poor, unsuspecting children? Note, Hanukkah gelt equals chocolate coins. I think my answer is pretty clear on this one. King Ronan. His family has ruled the River Kingdom for hundreds of years, which could explain why he's an asshole. He's entitled, he's wealthy, he's privileged, and he doesn't even know it. He's hateful, he's bigoted, he almost had bright orange hair. Basically, his whole life is about stealing Hanukkah gelt from anyone, everyone. We're talking about a guy who steals women's hands, cutting them off if they even look at him askance, or if they might have magic. Stealing Hanukkah gelt? That's like child's play for King Ronan. Number 4. Fill in the blanks. I saw character doing a whole lot more than verb being Santa Claus. They were full on action. For this one, I think it's gonna have to be about the magic. I saw Mia Rose doing a whole lot more than feeding Santa Claus. She was full on unblooding him. Now, in my book, unblooding ends up being a very helpful form of magic that Mia learns how to control over the course of the book. Because if you unblood someone, you can actually drain the blood from a certain part of their body, making them unable to move. So let's say Santa got a little bit overeager with his cookie milk thing, and he was coming at Mia like this. Milk, want more cookies, want more milk. And Mia was like, Santa, you're getting out of line here. She would take his hands, touch them with her magical hands, and unblood him, sending all of the blood away from his fingers so that his hands would sort of... Question number 5. One of your characters decides to pregame before church and passes out in the middle of the Christmas service. Oh, I'm afraid it's Princess Carrie. It is not easy to be a tall, blustery, boisterous, hard-drinking, hard-partying woman in the River Kingdom. especially when your dad is King Ronan and sort of hates everything that you are. Carrie is amazing. She's this forceful personality. She looks like Brienne of Tarth. She hunts, she drinks and eats with reckless abandon, but sometimes she gets so angry at this incredibly misogynistic society that she lives in, where she should be the queen. She's the rightful queen. She's older than Prince Quinn. And sometimes she just gets so frustrated at her situation that she just goes to town. You know what? Yeah, Christmas service, as good a time as any to get rip-roaring drunk. And besides, it would really piss her dad off if she passed out in that service. Achievement unlocked. Question number 6. Which character hasn't been seen since winter began because they refused to deal with the snow? Like Jenna says, a smart character. That would definitely be Angelina. Angelina is Mia's little sister. She's 15 and she's very dainty and delicate. She's had a lot of illnesses ever since their mother died. Honestly, Angelina's so frail. She's like an icicle. She would just snap in the cold. She'd rather curl up by the fire and read a really good romance novel. She loves romance novels. Question number 7. Which character completely forgot about the holidays and ends up regifting to everyone? That would be Pilar. Mia and Quinn meet Pilar in the second half of the book. She really doesn't take shit from anybody, including Mia, maybe most of all Mia. She calls Mia, rightly so, on being a pretty privileged, spoiled girl. Honestly, everyone who lives in Refuge, the volcanic island, sort of regifts everything all the time anyway, because it's just this tiny little island. They're completely cut off from trade. No one knows that they're there. They're hiding, essentially. It's basically like a refugee community. So, they can only eat what they prepare themselves. It's very cloistered because everyone knows everybody. You can't get away with anything, including when she saw Dominique go home with that other guy at the New Year's Eve party. So Pilar would be like, what's the difference? We recycle everything here anyway. What's recycled gifts? Okay. Question number 8. Which character has such crappy luck they only discover their potato allergy after pigging out on latkes? That would be Quinn. Quinn is, of course, the love interest for Mia, or the not love interest, depending on how you look at it. Prince Quinn loves eating, and he's actually a really great cook. He spent years hiding from his evil father by sneaking into the kitchens. That would so be something that would happen to Quinn. Poor guy. Question number 9. The Krampus has arrived to punish your very bad characters. Which character is kind of into it? Yeah, that would be Tristan. Tristan, look, you know what? If there's one character you should stay away from, well, there are a few characters like that in my book, but stay away from Tristan. The guy is a bad dude. Tristan is Quinn's cousin. He's the king's nephew. He's aggressive. He assaults people. He thinks women's bodies belong to him. He thinks a lot of things belong to him. He's actually angling for the throne. He would like to get rid of Quinn. Tristan has some like weird, twisted ideas of right and wrong and good and evil and what's sexy and what's violent. Tristan is not the guy you want to bring home to your family. He's not the guy you want to bring anywhere. You should just lock him in a room in your basement because he's awful. Krampus comes and says, "Who you got for me?" And you say, "Tristan's in the basement." And last but not least, question number 10. One of your characters should be on the naughty list, but has convinced Santa to clear their name. Which character is it, and what was their means of persuasion? Ha! I know exactly who this is. It's Junai. Junai is L'Oreal's daughter, so it feels right that we've come full circle to L'Oreal's family. And she likes to play pranks on people. She's a prankster. And one of her pranks includes hiding fish somewhere in the house where no one knows, which she also has to live in the house and smell the fish, but she doesn't care. It's worth it if she can destroy the peace of mind for everyone else in her family. So yeah, Junai is on the naughty list, but she's very persuasive and she's very smart. So she's absolutely going to get Santa to remove her name from the naughty list by burying a fish in the bottom of his toy bag. Or she's gonna threaten to put a fish in there. Because can you imagine, you're delivering presents all over the world, but that replenishing bag, it always has the fish, so no matter what you reach in to pull out, there's a fish at the bottom of it. That was it. That was the naughty list. Perfect timing too, because the elevator repairmen have just started working on the elevator at my Airbnb. I'm now going to tag 3 awesome other YouTubers. Dana L. Davis. Dana is another debut author with me. Her contemporary novel comes out next May. It just got a new title, so I'm not sure we can talk about it yet. Dana is funny. She does great videos. Next, I'm tagging Ray Sterling, amazing booktuber. She actually did the cover reveal for my novel, which is great. I will link to that below as well. Ray's also a musician. She does great, quirky, funny videos, and she knows more about Harry Potter than anyone you could ever imagine. Last but not least, number 3, I'm tagging NATALIA LEIGH. NATALIA is also a YouTuber. She just did a great series on NaNoWriMo. She has great videos on choosing beta readers, how to write your author bio. I will put all these lovely ladies' info below so you can follow them, subscribe to your heart's content. And if you like this video, fantastic, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post new videos every Thursday, and if you'd like to be notified when I have a new video up, please hit the bell below. Thank you so much. Merry holidays. I tag you. Go forth and be naughty.